everybody. Happy Father's Day. So, as I said yesterday, I'm posting 2 videos. This one to celebrate dads and bonus dads and father figures, and another one for if this is a hard day for you. And you can choose which one you watch, and I hope you enjoy it. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. The button's just below. And if you've been here before, thanks so much for returning. I really appreciate it. Now, in the celebration, it's not just fathers. It can be father figures. It can be bonus dads, stepdads, grandfathers, uncles, brothers. I'm so lucky in my life that I loved my dad. We were very close. I've lost him to cancer, and he's been gone now 19 years. But every Father's Day, especially thanks to Facebook memories, I see his picture and I always post it. He had the most amazing laugh, a really dry sense of humor. A lot of people thought he was stuck up, but he wasn't. He was just incredibly shy, and it would come off as standoffish standoffish, I guess is the right word. I wonder sometimes if maybe he had social anxiety, because I definitely do. And I know that there's people that sometimes think I'm a little standoffish, and it's just, I'm terrified. But I'm working on it. But my husband is an amazing father to our daughter. He's been there for every important event. He and I are a team when it comes to her. And, well, they're off right now. They're going to see the Ed Sheeran concert together. So I thought that was really cool. And, yeah, they're going to have a great time. I know that. They're all excited. Now, I used to have to take the subway to work every day. I just laugh at people. My husband drives everywhere, and my daughter takes the bus to school. And the two of them are so excited to go on the subway. I'm like, have fun, bye-bye now. But yeah, I lucked out in that department. Also, my younger brother, he's an amazing man too. He's one of my best friends, and he's a great uncle to my daughter. He would have made a great dad. He lost his children to miscarriages, but he would have made an amazing dad. And you can see it because his job entails, he sees a lot of kids at his job, and also he takes care of everybody. He's a real caregiver. And my husband was exactly the same with his parents. Huge caregiver. Constantly trying to take care of me. But I still have enough independence left in me. I'm like, back off, bud. But that's okay. I remember, I'm just going to tell a couple stories about my dad. I remember dressing up in this long dress. You got to remember, it was early 70s. It would have probably been about 71, because I think it was about 4. And he would put on a dress shirt, and I think I had been asking what a date was or something. And he took me on a date to A&W. And I have the picture somewhere in the house. But it's so funny because in those days, it was an A&W drive-in. Like, you would drive in and they'd bring your food to your car, or you could eat in. And we're eating in, and you can see the ashtray on the table. Definitely a dated photo. He had an amazing sense of humor, dry, loved making me look stupid. Would tell me something and I just believed whatever he said, not realizing he was making it up. So yeah, that got me a few times. But yeah, he was great. And even when he gets sick, he gets sick. He was diagnosed in May, and passed in July. So it wasn't a long fight. But we had these moments of, oh my gosh, we literally were laughing with each other. And we call it the dark Irish sense of humor. So we would make these jokes, and my poor mother, who had an amazing sense of humor too. But Dad and I could sometimes go too far for her. And she's like, that's it. So yeah, it's having a dad is a great thing. But right now, I also have a bonus dad, which is my Uncle Tim, my dad's brother, and my Aunt Kathy's my bonus mom. And as far as I'm concerned, they're my daughter's grandparents. They are so important in our lives. And my Uncle Tim got my daughter, they just got a Cadillac van, and he let my daughter drive it with her learner's permit. And then there was, we were at their house, and they have a huge expensive property in the country. So they have a riding mower. So he taught her how to use the riding mower, and I love watching them together. It just warms my heart to see them together. So if you're lucky enough to have your dad around and a good relationship or a mediocre relationship, you can always improve it. Tell them you love them. You may not have that kind of relationship. They may not be able to hear it. They may not be able to say it. Say it anyways. Because at least then you never have to look back and say, I never said it. And it goes along with love languages. And I am working on love language videos, guys, but I want those to be really special. And I don't know enough about it yet. I'm still doing some research. But yeah, different people have different kind of love languages. My husband's dad, his love language was, I go to work every single day. I never miss a day. And I make sure that you guys have everything you need. He wasn't demonstrative or very verbal about his feelings, but they did manage to verbalize their feelings for each other near the end. So that was a good thing. And yeah, I highly, highly urge you guys to say the things you want to say now. Well, the person can say them back or just digest them. You can also write a letter and never speak of it. Give it to them, and you don't have to have a big, long, drawn-out discussion. You can just write them a nice letter, and that's all there is to it. And I think you'll be surprised how much it means to you and to them. And that includes your bonus dads, because not everybody has dads. So maybe an uncle, a grandfather, an older brother, family friend, who else? Step parent. You know, if they're your bonus dad, tell them that you consider them the bonus dad. It doesn't take away, if you've lost your dad, that won't take away from your dad. Believe me, I know that without a doubt in my heart. And you make yourself feel really good. You make another person feel really good. And yeah, because I remember telling my daughter this when she was younger, that love only grows. It doesn't push out someone. It doesn't have a finite amount of people that you can love. The great thing about that is you can love someone and your love can grow. It doesn't take away from loving somebody else. And I think a lot of kids have a problem with that. So I wanted her to know that. And yeah, so I know I'm very fortunate in the dad and the mom department. I feel sad right now because I've lost both of them and my in-laws. So that was difficult. But yeah, you know, we always call them the elders when they were all alive before. We would say, oh, the elders are coming for dinner, or and now when we go to the cemetery, they're both literally almost across from each other. And we'll say, let's go see the elders. And that's what we do. And it's not a huge, I am not one of those people that stand at graves and get comfort. I talk to people in my head. I talk to my mom and my dad all the time. That brings me comfort. My daughter, on the other hand, just loves to have conversations at the gravesite. She finds comfort in that. My husband loves to break the rules. My in-laws are in a niche, and you're not supposed to put anything, flowers, because it's an indoor building and everything. But he always snips off. We always go to the dollar store and get some flowers. And he snips one off and he tucks it into the hinge. And he goes, I don't care if they take it off 2 seconds after I'm here. I did it. I'm like, you're such a rebel. And he really is. Talk about a dad. When my daughter was born, oh, he ticked me off. He just took to it like a duck to water. You know, he's holding this baby feet. Like, I'm like, how are you so natural? I don't think you've ever held a baby before. But he just was. I always say he's Dr. Dolittle for animals and kids. They just come to him, and, you know, he can do it all. My husband is also, without a doubt in my mind, the most honest person you will ever meet. Like, ever meet. And when my daughter was born, he was smart, and when they cut off the bracelets, when we were taking her home, he scooped them up because the nurse put them in the garbage, and he just scooped them up because they're in her baby book now. And you know, when they're born, they put them in the little hospital gown, and then we changed her into clothes. But when I got home, I was unpacking my bag, and I went, honey, what is this? It was the hospital gown. And he goes, you know what? It was the first thing she wore. So too bad. I'm like, you stole a gown from the hospital? He goes, we'll donate to them, but I'm keeping it. So I still have it. But that always made me laugh at what he did. And he does all kinds of stuff. I remember I've got great pictures of her with her washable markers while he was asleep on the couch. Not really. And drawing a cat face on him. And we have great pictures of that. My husband is a huge Chicago Bears fan. He loves the Toronto Argos and the Chicago Bears. And one day I was up here with my daughter, and I said, honey, do you want to play a joke on daddy? And she said, okay. And she was 3. I said, okay. And I had a block of black diamond cheese. And I said, take this downstairs, put it on your head, and say, look, daddy, I'm a cheesehead. I said, he will laugh. Oh my gosh, all I heard was, argh! And he chased her up the stairs like a bear. And she's like, he's trying to kill me. And we still laugh about it. So yeah, there's that. So I guess I lucked out. I had a dad with a sense of humor, and I have a husband with a sense of humor, because I really think that's one of the best things we can pass along to anyone we love is our sense of humor, and to try to always see the joy in any situation, even the sad ones. There's moments of joy. Sometimes you have to look for them, but they are there. And I think the biggest thing I feel on Mother's Day and Father's Day is gratitude, especially with my dad, because nothing got left unsaid. We were able to say everything. So yeah, if you're lucky enough and your dad's still here, or you've had a great relationship, or you can improve on your relationship, I urge you to let them know that. And if you're a dad, happy Father's Day. And if you're dad to someone in a bonus figure, happy Father's Day to you too. And remember, guys, I love you, I value you, I honor you, and I'm so very glad that you were born.